Konnichiwa Otakus and welcome back to the Otaku Haven, the place where we discuss all stuff related to manga and anime. This is your host Chris and I welcome you guys to today's video. Today I present to you the first top 10 list here on our channel, and this top 10 list is about the top 10 anime side characters or supporting characters who totally steal the show and who we love despite them not being the protagonist. So, side characters in anime are the people who help develop the protagonist as a character and who make him or her stronger. So yeah, some of them end up dying in this process of developing the character of the protagonist, which is so annoying. A quick note before we start is that you might see more than one character from a specific anime included on this list, and this list is based solely on my opinion. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, at 10th place, we have Colonel Roy Mustang, better known as the Flame Alchemist from the popular shonen anime series, The Full Metal Alchemist. First introduced to us as a state alchemist and as an officer in the Emistian state military, Roy is portrayed as a shallow, self-absorbed flirt and womanizer who wants to become the next Emistian Führer. Roy is an extremely skilled and strong alchemist who utilizes flames as his primary attacking mode, hence earning him the title the Flame Alchemist. He is a clever and manipulative man who is shown to be cunning and many steps ahead of his opponents. Despite these qualities at his core, he is a capable leader who cares about his underlings and comrades and tries his best to protect them. This cunningness, strength and somewhat goofy personality of his made him a fan favorite and is exactly why he is here on this list at the 10th place as one of my favorite characters. Next up, we have the Ice Mage from Fairy Tail, CRAY FULLBUSTER. CRAY is a mage of the Fairy Tail Guild who is a member of Team Natsu. First introduced to us as a character who has the very strange habit of taking off his clothes at inappropriate times, CRAY shares a friendly rivalry with fellow teammate and series protagonist Natsu. CRAY is shown to be someone who has a very laid-back personality and as someone who takes it easy unless the situation particularly demands for his seriousness. He is a very loyal guild member and cares deeply for his guildmates and is the type of person who is cautious when dealing with problems. He wields a special type of Devil Slayer magic known as the Ice Devil Slayer magic, along with sounding cool. See what I did there? Cool as in ice, cool. Anyways, this magic of his allows him to produce, manipulate and control the deadly element of ice, which he uses to attack his opponents. Also, the names of his attacks are really awesome as well. This magic of his, along with his personality and friendly rivalry with Natsu, instantly made him a favorite of mine. At the 8th place on this list, we have Trunks, the half-Saiyan son of Vegeta and Bulma. Now guys, Trunks in my opinion is one of the best anime characters and he's really cool, okay? He has this cool jacket, sword and badass hair, he's just really cool. Trunks is the son of Vegeta and Bulma who comes from the future to warn Goku and the others about a huge threat in the form of the androids. Right after he is introduced, Trunks goes Super Saiyan and takes on Frieza, killing him and slicing him into multiple pieces. Yes, the same Frieza who gave Goku a run for his money just a few episodes earlier. Trunks is just awesome. This flex of his made me like him even more and is exactly why he's a fan favorite and one of my favorite characters. Next up we have the young and gutsy ninja Rock Lee. Rock Lee is one of the main supporting characters of the Naruto anime and manga series. Lee is a shinobi affiliated with the Konoha Gakure, or the village hidden in the leaves, and is a member of Team Guy, along with Neji Hyuga, Tenten, and Might Guy. First shown as someone who wants to become a splendid ninja and as a guy who likes Sakura, Lee was designed by Masashi Kishimoto to symbolize human weakness. This is because Lee is unable to use most of the jutsu or ninja techniques. But as the series progresses, we see that he is a very dedicated shinobi who dedicates himself solely to mastering the art of taijutsu or hand-to-hand combat. Though fans did not really find anything interesting about him in the start, His fight with Sasuke and later with Gaara, where he flexes his impressive skill and strength, definitely became one of the most iconic anime moments. These moments, along with his strong determination and hard work, made him one of my favorite characters. He's awesome. Coming right up at 6th place, we have Killua from Hunter x Hunter. Initially introduced as a cheerful, carefree and mischievous kid, Killua is actually a really strong dude who hails from the ZOLDYCK family of assassins. Ever since he was a little boy, Killua was trained to be the strongest and the fastest assassin by his family. Killua is shown to be a quick thinker and often analyzes a situation with great ease and accuracy. And in spite of his young age, his way of thinking, knowledge and pragmatism give him the presence of an adult. Despite first being overconfident in his abilities, he slowly becomes much more humble. Because of these characteristics and his iconic Godspeed mode, Killua has become one of my favorite anime characters of all time. He's really cool. Now, we arrive at the top 5. Now, these characters, guys, are some of the most iconic in my opinion. Hope you agree with me. Let's get started. Now at the 5th place, we have the pro hero in training and son of the current number 1 hero Endeavor. Yes, we have none other than Shoto Todoroki. Shoto is a student of class 1A at the UA High School and was originally introduced with having a cold and aloof personality, which we learn was a result of his childhood, abusive upbringing and a complicated family history. Shoto initially preferred to keep to himself and didn't hang out with people. But after the UA Sports Festival, he became much more sociable and kinder, and even gained a sense of humor. Nonetheless, Shoto is not quite used to socializing yet, and comes off as a bit dense in some situations. But the most amazing thing about this guy is his quirk. That is, half cold, half hot. This quirk allows him to produce fire from the left side of his body and ice from his right. It's cool and hot at the same time. This quirk, along with his adorable personality and his character development, instantly made him a favorite character of mine. At the 4th place, we have the psychotic and adorable student of class 3E, Karma-kun. Karma is introduced as a cunning, mischievous and somewhat sadistic student and is the first person of 3E to successfully hurt Koro-sensei. This flex of his made him a fan favorite and instantly drew all eyes towards him. Karma is known throughout the school for his violent behavior which got him suspended. Despite his somewhat sadistic nature, Karma actually has good values behind his motives and can be quite empathetic. Karma has shown to be more than capable of respecting others and caring for other people as he greatly cares for Nagisa, who is his best friend. Karma also manages to develop a very deep bond with Koro-sensei, calling him the best teacher he has ever had. All these incidents landed Karma-kun the 4th place on this list. Also, I think the name Karma is super cool. Next up is Aoi Todo. Todo is a 3rd year student at Kyoto Jujutsu High and is the self-proclaimed best friendo to Hyuji, the series protagonist. He is an extremely eccentric individual who at first appears to be nothing more than a battle-crazed meathead to all his peers. He enjoys posing, showing off muscles and the thrill of battle. Upon meeting Megumi, his first question to him is about the kind of women Megumi is into. This is actually the question he uses to judge people. According to him, a person is boring if his taste in women is boring. Despite coming across as a total idiot and as a complete dunce, Todo is actually a very skilled grade 1 Jujutsu sorcerer who is an expert battle tactician and is capable of reading the enemy's moves in an instant. Todo is stated by Megumi to be able to go toe to toe with special grade curse spirits, which means he's super strong.
俺の術式を解禁する。俺の術式は相手と自分の位置を入れ替える。ブギウギ。俺の術式は樹害などの無生物にも有効だ。
Thank you, Todo, for explaining your curse technique. The Boogie Woogie is a technique that allows Todo to switch places with an object or a person by clapping his hands, provided that they are in his range. This technique only adds to his quirky personality, and this is exactly why he's here on this list at the 3rd place. Now, just so you guys know, No list of mine can be complete unless I include a character from the king of manga, One Piece. Here at the number 2 spot, we have the pirate hunter and the first mate of the Straw Hats, Roronoa Zoro. Zoro's goal is to become the world's greatest swordsman in order to honor his promise to a deceased childhood friend. And trust me, the guy has the skills to accomplish that. He is an expert in the Santoryu or the three sword style. Yes, not one, not two, but three swords. And if he wants some extra firepower, he can crank it up to the Kyutoryu or the nine sword style and use his deadly move Ashura, where he literally appears like a demon to his enemies and they freeze in place out of fear. Zoro is the combatant of the Straw Hat Pirates and is one of their two swordsmen. Zoro, in my opinion, is a well-designed character who comes across as someone who is always itching for a good and honorable battle. He just loves sake and is very resilient when facing an opponent. Zoro was the character who immediately drew everyone's attention towards him because of his badassery. Another aspect of Zoro is his loyalty towards his captain, Luffy. Zoro's loyalty towards Luffy is unparalleled and he's ready to sacrifice his life if it's for Luffy. Zoro has grown a lot as a character. When he first joined the crew, he told Luffy that he would kill him if Luffy were to interfere with his goal. But Zoro was ready to sacrifice his goal and his life to protect Luffy. These characters and his overall characteristics made him one of my favorite anime characters. Now we make it to the honorable mentions. The characters mentioned here are the ones that would have included in the list if the list weren't so long already. So without any delay, let's go into the honorable mentions. And the first honorable mention is Akagami no Shanks or Redhead Shanks from One Piece. Next we have Erza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. And last but not the least, we have Yukine from Noragami. Finally, we have made it here. After covering many iconic characters and honorable mentions, we have made it to the first position. And this first place goes to none other than Kento Nanami-kun from Jujutsu Kaisen, also known as the 7:3 Sorcerer and the ex-salaryman Jujutsu Sorcerer by Gojo Sensei. Now guys, I am aware of the fact that Kento Nanami is the second Jujutsu character that I've covered on this list, but Nanami is such an amazing character that it would have been a mistake on my side if I didn't cover him. Nanami is a tall blonde man with a good build and neat part and has a very good view on the world. He is the kind of guy who knows how to separate sentimentalism from service and doesn't really care for impractical optimism. He absolutely hates doing overtime and is really serious. Despite this persona of his beneath his tough exterior, he's actually very sociable. He is practical and overly serious, almost to a comedic point. He claims to only have become a Jujutsu sorcerer because according to him, it's less idiotic than being a salaryman. Nanami mentored Yuji for some time and left quite an impression on the latter, so much so that Yuji developed a respect for Nanami. His curse technique lets him view his target in a 7:3 ratio and create a forcible weak point in them, which lets him defeat curses that are stronger than him. Nanami is also one of the few sorcerers who can use the Black Flash, a complicated technique that grants him a 2.5 times boost in power, hence making him a very capable sorcerer. Now, how can someone like this not be my favorite? Strangely enough, even I myself have started to respect Nanami after analyzing his character. He's just awesome. Now with that, we come to the end of the video. This is the first top 10 list uploaded on the channel and I hope you guys like the video. Why don't you guys tell me if you have any favorite characters in the comments. You can also tell me if you disagreed with me at any part of the video. Now, it's that time again. The time when I ask you guys to like the video if you liked it and share it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Come on guys, help out a fellow otaku. You're an otaku, I'm an otaku, we have this thing. So just like the video and share it with your anime friends and ask them to subscribe to the channel. This is Chris, signing out, Tebayo. Okay, I sounded a bit ridiculous.